Does your Sony camera lose focus while you're shooting videos? I fought with this problem for weeks. I've looked for solutions, and I think I finally have it figured out. You're having issues with your Sony camera where you're recording videos, and on those videos, you've got moments like this where the whole screen blurs out. There's very, very little movement on the video, but yet the camera just completely loses focus for a few seconds. If you're having those issues, I'm going to try to solve them. I purchased a new camera a couple months ago, which was the Sony A6600. Absolutely love a lot of things about this particular camera, but ever since I purchased it, I've had issues where when recording videos, we have moments where the entire screen loses focus, and I couldn't figure out why. Now, I've gone to Google, I've gone to different forums, chat groups, I've gone to YouTube. I could not find a solution. The closest that I could come where people were complaining about their Sony camera, usually the A6400, sometimes the A6500, on occasion, but not very often, the 6600, people were complaining that the subject in their videos were perfectly clear, but the lens and the camera were hunting on objects behind them. So we'll take the bicycle that's behind me right now. There's issues where that bicycle will kind of pulse in and out of focus, but the subject themselves is perfectly clear. This was not necessarily, well, this wasn't the problem that I was having, even though I was having that particular issue. My problem was the entire screen loses focus. Could not find any solutions, so I picked up the phone and I called Sony. See, the A6600 that I have, it's still under warranty. I figured, you know what, there's probably an issue with the camera. I'll talk to them, we'll ship it back, we'll get it fixed, we'll get a new camera, whatever it takes. But they wouldn't take it back. See, my wife gets on me on this constantly. When I go and I try to cut corners on just about anything, whether it's in business or in life, it usually costs me more in the long run, and I did the same thing when I purchased this camera. When I purchased the camera, I got a body only because I was trying to stay away from the Sony kit lenses that typically come with a lot of their cameras. I'm more of a fan of prime type of lenses, but I didn't buy a Sony prime lens when I got the body. You see, there was a special on Tamron lenses that week, and so I got a Tamron lens. You know, it was a 24 millimeter, it's an f2.8, where most of the videos that I shoot for clients and for myself are talking head videos. This was an excellent lens, or so I thought. Picture quality was great. The video quality was really pretty good, a little soft around the edges sometimes on videos, but for the price of the lens, I thought, hey, this is a bargain. It wasn't. Videos that I shot with the Tamron lens were blurry. About every 20 to 30 seconds, I would lose entire screen focus using that particular lens. Now, I had a feeling that a budget lens, and I'm not saying all Tamron lenses are budget, don't get me wrong. I think Tamron makes some excellent lenses, especially for photography, but from a video standpoint, it's not probably the solution for you, and I kind of knew that in the back of my head, so I upgraded. I went with a Sigma lens. 16 millimeter, so 1.4. Beautiful lens. Took this on a trip up into the mountains. Photos I took of landscapes, awesome. Very, very sharp lens. The video quality with this particular lens was spot on. But when I went to shoot videos, about every 30 to 60 seconds, guess what? The entire screen would lose focus again. In talking with Sony, because I wanted to, utilize the warranty that came with the camera, get this issue resolved, they said, you know what, we're not going to take this lens back until first you try shooting videos with a Sony lens and see if you still have the issue. Sony has an excellent autofocus system that's built into their newer cameras. But the problem is some of these non-Sony lenses, they don't talk very well with the camera itself when it comes to the autofocus. So I went out and I rented, it's actually the lens I'm using on the camera today, I rented a Sony lens. Yes, I rented one because I wanted to not spend a whole lot of money, and I wanted to see if the problem is with the lens or the problem resides in the camera itself. I shot 3 hours of video yesterday with clients using this rented lens, shooting videos again today, and I have had zero autofocus issues. Obviously, the problem is not in the camera itself. So if you've got a Sony camera and you're shooting video and you're using a non-Sony lens and you get blurry spots, go out, borrow a friend's Sony lens, rent one, buy one, make sure it's not the camera, because in my case, it's not the camera. It's the fact that I needed a Sony lens to work in conjunction with my Sony camera. My issue's fixed. Guys, I hope this helps, because I could not find anything out there on Google. I could not find anything out there on YouTube that specifically addressed this problem that I was having. If that doesn't fix your problem, if you're having similar or related problems, drop them in the comments below. Hey, I appreciate your time as always. Go out, kick ass, and have an awesome day.